Hey guys, it's Amanda with Living Green, Saving Green. Today I want to talk about what to consider when building a cloth pad stash. This is really important because obviously when you use disposables, you can just try as many brands as you want. You get like a little pack. You don't like one brand, use it up, you just buy a different brand. But your cloth pads are something that you're going to definitely invest in, and they're going to last you a while, so you definitely want to pick the right just pick the right for you, because cloth pads come in all different shapes and sizes, and us women come in all different shapes and sizes. So you can see you get a little tiny thing like that, and they come in bigger sizes like that. So everywhere in between. So I just kind of want to talk to you about what to really consider when starting to build a cloth pad stash. First thing you want to consider is how often do you want to do laundry, because that is really going to depend, heavily on your cloth pads. So if you plan on doing laundry, if you have laundry available for you, like you have it in your house and you're already doing a lot of laundry anyway, then you're not going to need that many cloth pads. You can just keep reusing them and reusing them. The only problem with this is that they're going to not last as longer, because over time, clothes are the same way. They're going to disintegrate and just not be usable. I personally have a decent amount of cloth pads because I only do laundry about once every week and a half to 2 weeks, and I have to do it at my parents' house, which isn't far, but it's still like, instead of having to do like one load at a time, I just kind of do one big laundry day every 2 weeks or so. So that's a big thing. Number 2, your body type. You really have to think about, how long do I menstruate? Using cloth pads, and I've experienced a little bit of this, but a lot of women have found that their period is lighter when using cloth pads because of the absence of the chemicals. It's something about your body feels like it has to produce more fluids and blood and things like that. So I don't really understand it 100%, but you can do your own research and figure that out. But many women have experienced that since switching to non-chemical reusable menstrual products, just in general, whether they would be cloth pads or menstrual cups or something else. So that's a big number 2. I mentioned before that I personally use about 4 panty liners a day. And that's not during my cycle. And I've talked to a lot of women who only need pads on their cycle, and that's great. And so that's really a huge thing to consider. Another thing is your body type. Obviously, I'm 5'5". I'm 130 pounds. I'm not going to need a very huge pad. So this is probably the biggest pad that I have. This is a tree hugger. It's about 11 to 12 inches. I want to say it's 11 inches with a little bit extra. Or maybe it is 12. I don't know. It's between 11 or 12 inches. I don't really keep track. And this is an overnight pad. This is only what I use for my heavy days. However, they do make pads bigger. They make them all the way up to 14 to 15 inches. I really would not need that much. Party My Pants makes queen size, which are ginormous. So if you are someone who is a plus size girl and would have larger underwear, have a larger area that would need to be protected, obviously, in your panties, then you would need a larger pad. The nice thing is that a lot of companies do custom orders. So this is an overnight pad, and I only use this when I have my heavy days. So it's really thick, so that it can absorb as much as it needs to be. However, if you are a little bit larger and you need just a panty liner, you can get something like this in this size without all the absorbency if you just custom order, which is really nice. Pretty much every company that I've come across does custom orders, and they're really nice about that. So there is a pad out there for you no matter what size you are. So that's another thing to consider. Next thing is to consider is your material. So cloth pads usually come in, I'd say about 4 different materials. I do have another suede. I'm going to mention ones, and I didn't mention suede because I forgot to grab my suede cloth pad. I have one from Terra Pads. So that's kind of a new material that I've only tried like once. But anyway, so my favorite is Quilter's Cotton. This is a fig leaves pad, and this is a Yurt Craft. These are both Quilter's Cotton, a very, very high quality material. I really like it. It's very breathable and comfortable. So I definitely recommend this if you live in like Florida or something during the summer. I really like that. Here's another cotton. This is a Terra Pad panty liner. Next would be Flannel. This is a CB Bundles panty liner. It's Tinkerbell, and it's a flannel. So it is nice and soft, but it can get a little warm. This one is a Dancing Ant design. This is also a flannel, and this is a Punk Penguin pad, and this is also a flannel. So, you know, if you like a certain pattern, or I'm sorry, a certain material, you can really find a lot of patterns and things in them. And then last, of course, is Minky. It's a very soft material. People have said that it's kind of gets hot in the summer, so I haven't really tried that, but I do like it. I don't like this every day, but I do like it. It's kind of one that I can fall back on. So yeah, and this pad is kind of perfect for just laying around the house. There's also, I haven't tried any. It's not that I want to, I just never have gotten the opportunity. There's also organic bamboo velour, which apparently is really soft, and I've felt it. It is incredibly soft, so I might have to try that in the future. There's cotton velour. I don't know too much about that. And again, like I said, there's suede, which I haven't really tried. This backing of this fig leaves pad, is suede, so it is a nice material for a cloth pad. Next thing you want to consider is, do you want wings or no wings? Here, let me actually show you this one. This one's a panty liner with wings, and when you snap it on, it looks like this. And then this is a wingless. I only have one wingless because it was given to me for free. I honestly don't like the wingless because they do move around a lot, and these aren't going to move around. So, but some people really like the wingless. So I've even seen people get ones this size, like a tree hugger without wings. So just like pretend those aren't there. So it looks like that. But I personally don't like that. I've always, even when I wore disposables, I liked wings. But the nice thing about cloth pads and wings, they don't chafe. Is that the right word? Chafe, yeah. Like when your legs, it won't like rub against it and feel weird. It just feels like clothes. So yeah. Next thing you're gonna want to consider is like different like coverages, I guess is the right word. I'll show you 3 different panty liners that I have that you've already kind of seen in this video, but I'm just going to show them as an example. So this Fortune Cookie panty liner is like this, probably one of the smallest panty liners I have. This is a Yurt Craft. I really like this because it fits perfectly in undies that are kind of have a smaller gusset. So it works really well with any pair of panties, where some panty liners really don't. They also make thong liners. A lot of different companies make thong liners, so if you wear really, really skinny gussets, or you wear thongs, then you can get those too. I'm not really into that, so yeah. And then this one is actually the same length. The other ones, they're supposed to be the same length, pretty much the same length. This one is a Terra Pads, and this one's really nice because it does have that narrow, but it gives extra coverage. So it's nice that I have that choice of how much coverage I'm going to need. Also, when I'm ovulating, I need a little bit extra coverage. And then this is also a panty liner. As you can see, it's much longer. It's about 8 inches, and so it really does give a little bit extra coverage. So it's really nice to have a selection of different sizes and shapes that you're going to need on a different day. And you never really know what your cycle is going to do until that time comes. Alright, next thing is thickness. This is a regular day pad. This is, again, the fig leaves pad. And then this is a heavy day pad. And this is Dancing Ant design. you can see that this one is really, really thick, as opposed to this one is really, really thin. Some companies like Your Craft can get away with doing thin pads that are heavy days. I personally like a nice thick pad. It just gives me a little extra security when I am on my cycle. But I love having thinner pads for, you know, spotting and for and ovulating when I have just need extra little coverage. So yeah, and then yeah, that's really all I got. I hope that really helps you when you're starting a cloth pad stash, just because these are things that you really want to keep for a while. You don't want to just try them once, obviously, that's the point. One last thing I'm going to say is, some people don't really care, but I really do. Pick patterns that you like. I carefully pick my patterns. I don't just pick ones with generic things on them. Like, I love kitty cats. So when I see something like this, or the Star Wars, or Spider-Man, you know, I mean, they're just patterns that you don't see often. So I find that kind of important to me. But maybe it's not important to you. I think that's something you need to consider for yourself. If the way it looks is important, great. If you really couldn't give two craps about it, then, you know, just pick a really boring color and then, you know, sew. But to me, having a cute pattern just makes my day a little bit more fun, because then you get to pick out a cute little pad. So I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but anyways, that's it. I will see you guys later, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.